Well, hey, neighbor, it's me, Angie. Come on in. Got the door open for you. It's been a while. I know. I can't believe it. Well, to be honest with you, it's been a mell of a house around here. Now, you figure that one out. Twist it back around and you'll know what I'm saying. But I've had let's just say, a trying time the last few days. I guess it's been a few days, but when I go through what I've been through, I lose track of time and don't realize that I've been through as many days as I have. It's just the weirdest thing. But anyway, I want y'all to come in and we're going to talk. And I want to just share with you some things that's been going on and be completely honest with you about everything. And I'm going to share things. Instead of me telling you things, I'm going to let you know that I'm so happy that I have my YouTube channel, that I'm happy that I could put out there that I needed prayer, and that everybody just took the time to say a prayer for me and say, we care about you. You know, I love you. When you get back, we'll be here. Don't worry about it. Just take care of yourself. Get better. First of all, I want to say, boy, what great neighbors. If everybody had the neighborhood that I lived in with my YouTubers, I would have a competition going on because everybody would want that. So let's not really get out and tell everybody about the unique neighborhood that we have right here with this going on. You know, we don't want to share it out and let them know just how great it is. But that being said, I want to get a little background story started, and this might be a part 1 and a part 2 of a video. I'm not sure yet. And you say, oh, what all is she going to talk about? Well, watch it till you don't want to watch it anymore and pick up where you want to pick up. It's fine with me, but I want to say this because one day my children, my grandchildren, somebody will watch this and they'll know what I had been through the last several days and how I dealt with it. So it's not going to bother me if you don't watch the entire video or if you don't want to even listen any further than what I just said. That's why I said I wanted to thank all my subscribers for the love that you have given me over the last few days and the prayers. But with that being said, I want to share some things with you that I never have shared before, that I want to be honest with you about and transparent, and for you to kind of understand where I live on a daily basis. Now, I come to you with videos and I have a positive attitude. And yes, it's me, Angie. That's who I am. Positive, caring. Let's go out and love one another. Be joyful. Have strength. And then what happens? My disease rears its ugly head. Now, if it's called sarcoidosis, it's an autoimmune disease. If y'all want to go look it up, look it up. But it's sort of like, there's a lot of autoimmune diseases. There's arthritis, there's fibromyalgia, there's, I can't even name all of them. But what it is, when you have an autoimmune disease, is you live in a constant battle with your own body, that there are things inside your body that's fighting against the good parts of your body. It's like they're at war with each other, and they are fighting to each one of them win. The battle of the good and bad. The bad's trying to take over the good, and they're trying to destroy you. With the good saying, no, I want her to live, but the bad saying, no, we're destroying her. So it's a constant battle 24/7. And anybody that has an autoimmune disease, they already know this. Okay? So about 10 months ago, I started tapering off steroids. And if you've ever had to take steroids, you know the battle. It is not easy taking them. It's not easy getting off of them. And I had been on them, a low dosage of steroids, since both of my children got married in 2017. That's a long time to be on steroids. It does so many things to your body. It destroys it. It's either you die from the steroids or you die from the disease. Pick your poison. So I was trying to taper off the steroid to either see if I was in remission Or maybe I could transfer into getting the infusions, after I had tapered down enough. When my neurologist leaves and I have to see a new one, well, I don't see him until October the 11th. And I knew that I would be off the steroids by the time I saw him because I had 9 days left. 9 days left, and I would have completed being off the steroid after, let's see, 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. At 5 years, I would have completed being off of them. I was so excited. I was going to do a video about how I'm not on the steroids anymore, how good I felt. And honestly, I had got down to 2, and I had never got that far before. And then when I started the 1, I was like, oh no, this is even better. And I would always feel bad the first of the month when I would start going down a milligram. But in a few days, I got to feeling better. Well, with taking the 1 milligram, it did that, and I come back up for a few days. I mean, I was out taping the video about the trees being cut down in the yard. I was, up doing everything that I normally do. Went to a birthday party online, had a good time, enjoyed myself. And then I woke up one morning, just woke up, and I said, James, I can't get up. I can't get up out of the bed. I can't move. He said, what are you talking about? I said, I have no strength. It was like my body weighed thousands of pounds. And if you've ever picked up dead weight, because my left leg is paralyzed. Well, if I ever pick it up, it feels like it weighs like 200 pounds because it's nothing but just weight. But when you're able to use both of your legs, your arms and everything, they don't feel that heavy. So he said, okay, wait a minute. Let me see. So he has to help me up. I use my walker. But when I stand up and try to get my legs stabilized, they're shaking like this. They won't brace themselves. So I'm like, okay, hold on a minute. Hold on. I'm gonna be okay just a minute. So I get my legs stabilized and I start, which is really not walking, but it's moving my legs with my walker. And so I do that, and he's like, we need to call somebody. I'm like, no, I'm fine. It's just, I'll be good tomorrow. Don't, that's okay. And so I went on that day. I just kept going down, and I just couldn't figure out, why? Why did it change? That's the way an autoimmune disease will do. One day you're fine, the next day you're not fine. It happens that fast. So the next day came. I still was down. That's when I put on YouTube about, please pray for me. James and I have had to call the ambulance for 2 days because he had already told me that second day, we've got to call somebody. We've got to call somebody. You are going to end up in the hospital if we don't call somebody. I said, no, because all I could think about was 9 more days and I'll be off of these. And it's horrible to be on them. You get the bloated face. You get the weight gain. They destroy the inside of your body. They mess up your pituitary gland. I could go on and on about what steroids do to your body. They break down. I have osteoporosis now because of taking them so long in my hip. I'm afraid I'm going to have a broken hip when I stand up any day. And so the 3rd day, after I posted for the prayer and everything, and I do believe it was your prayers that got me through that night because it was horrible. I mean, it was literally horrible. It's me, Angie, that you see, oh, come on in, neighbor, let's talk. That wasn't me. The me of this disease, I was just literally crying uncontrollable because I could not understand why this had happened. I'm going to try to keep it together. So anyway, I made my decision. I said, I'm going to call my doctor. I knew what he was going to say. I already knew. And that's why I didn't want to call. So I get on the phone, get the doctor. He says, look, you know your choices. You got to pick your poison. He said, I don't want to be this abrasive with you, but it's either you come to the hospital, stay off the steroid, and you'll be here a few months and maybe longer. And then eventually you'll either start the steroids back or your disease will go in remission. All right. Or you go ahead and get back. And it had taken me 10 months to wean down to 1 milligrams now. It wasn't like it was a few weeks. Or he said, you can go back up on your steroid. And you know that's what you probably need to do. So I get off the phone with him. And what you have to understand, I had not been eating. I had not been drinking that much. I had no appetite. I had no strength in my body to lift myself up, to stand up, go to the restroom, take a bath. Nothing. I didn't have any strength whatsoever. So all I can think about is I want the quality of life instead of the quantity of life. And, you know, I never really thought about, I know you hear that, oh, you want the quality. And the quantity doesn't matter. And it really doesn't, because anybody could lose their life anytime. So you want the quality of life. And I knew I wanted to be with my family. I knew I wanted to be with my grandbaby. I knew I wanted to go and do things. You know, the holidays were coming up. And I was just like, I've got to do this. I've got to get back on this high dose of steroids to be able to function till I go see the new doctor in November. So I had some extra 10 milligrams of steroids here. I go over to the medicine and I get it. And the whole time I'm thinking, this can't be happening. I am not to take this pill, and I've just wasted 10 months of my life trying to conquer this, and I'm just going to have to start over. So I took it. I would say in about 4 hours, I was better. I mean, I still have all my strength, but I was at the point where I could actually carry on a conversation and realize that you were talking to me. I wasn't in the place where I knew you were talking to me, but I really didn't care because I was just so exhausted I couldn't even listen to what you were saying, except I'm about to help you up. I'm about to help you get on, go to the bathroom. And I say all this because I don't want you to have sympathy for me, because my channel's not about, I have this horrible disease and I want everybody to feel sorry for me. I say this to let you know that life is too short. Let me get myself together. You cannot not do the things that you want to do, because, okay, let's get back to being neighbors again, because you think you have time, because none of us really have the time that we think we have. And I think the closer you get to knowing that you don't have very much more time, the reality sets in that, oh man, I'm at that jumping off point. I'm at that jumping off point where I can, not be here tomorrow. Well, it doesn't upset me to know that I won't be here tomorrow, because I'm fine with that, because I know where I'm going to be. It's just I don't want to leave my family right now. I don't want to leave my children. I don't want to leave James. I don't want to leave my, my family, my extended family. I don't want to leave my grandbaby, especially. I don't want to leave my future grandbabies that are going to be born. But I know that when I was down as low as I have been, I was closer to that jumping off point than and when I say jumping off point, I'm not talking about hurting myself or anywhere. I'm talking about my body saying, I can't hold you up anymore, Angie. Your mind's strong, your heart's strong, but your body is just worn out, honey. You are not going to be able to fight it, because every time I get that low and that down with my disease, I tell my children and James, I say, I don't know how many times I can come back. That I can come back with the fight. I don't know how much fight I got left in me. And I want to fight, and I will fight. And I'm telling you, fight. Fight for yourself to make the right choices, to do the right thing, to become a better person, to be a better person, to show more kindness, show more love, give more of yourself, more of what you have. You know, I'm not trying to sing this kumbaya, but what I am trying to tell you is this. What people see you do means more to them in what you say. You can say anything to anybody, but people like action. So if you really want to make a difference in the world, which I do, and that's another reason that I'm on YouTube, that maybe I will make a difference somewhere, that after I'm gone, they'll say, oh, do you remember it's me, Angie? And she would say this, you know, come on in, let's have our talk. And, you know, stuff like that. But don't be angry all the time. Don't be mad. Don't be vindictive. Don't be sorry. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Am I feeling sorry for myself? No. When I was down, was I feeling sorry for myself? No. I was just tired. I had fought to the point that I couldn't fight anymore, and I was so weak that I was just letting my body run its course. I mean, that's all I can tell you. And unless you have an autoimmune disease, you cannot relate to it. But that's the best I can explain it. But I'm doing a video next, if I don't do a part 2 on this video, I'm doing a unboxing that one of the YouTubers sent to me. And I wanted to be stronger to be able to do that video, because I want to be excited and have more strength when I open the gift. And I want it not to be such a serious talk. So I decided to do this one today to let you all know that I appreciate every one of you. I mean, I have 570 people out there that want to watch It's Me, Angie. Blows me away. I get cards in the mail. I get gifts. I get phone calls. I get texts. I get messages over Messenger from people from different states, different places that say, hey, how are you doing? Are you okay? Now, how many in my little town actually have that? Now, if they do, I don't know anything about it, which a lot of them don't know about my YouTube channel either. But I'm just saying, you all matter to me. You matter. You make me get up in the mornings and want to function. Now, my children do. My husband does. My grandbaby does. I've had to call her several times to look at her little face so I would know that I had to go get better. Had to take that steroid. I had to be here as long as I could for her. Either the steroid's going to take me out or the disease is going to take me out. It doesn't matter which one, but I've got to be able to function. So when I see you in a chat, or I visit your house or your place or whatever, and I become a part of your chat, that excites me. I love being there. I love for you to come over and watch my videos. I love for you to be in my chat, in my lives. I'm very inclusive. But I don't know how to explain to you that, number one, and the most important thing to remember is love yourself. If you can't love yourself, you're not going to be able to love anybody else. And you're fine just the way you are, because you were wonderfully and beautifully made. You know, there's no mistakes. You are who you are as far as you look on the outside. Now, we joke around with my kids and tell them two negatives make a positive, and that's why they're so nice looking, and we'll joke about stuff like that, but we know everybody has beauty no matter what they look like. Now, you can have a nasty attitude, and no, you don't look beautiful, and that you have to work on. Now, if you have this nasty attitude and abrupt, angry, you don't care, you can recognize it. If you have that kind of attitude, of course people's not going to want to, they're not sure where you're coming from all the time. It's like you're walking on eggshells. Don't be that way. Be the one that says, come on in here. We have got some things to talk about. And today we had to talk about Angie relapsing with her autoimmune disease and what she's been through and how she struggles. And I want y'all to know, I struggle just like you struggle. My days aren't always upbeat and happy. And when I come on here with you, I'm not pretending that it is. I'm just saying, for one moment, for a few minutes, let's just put that on the back burner and let's talk about something else. Well, today we couldn't put it on the back burner. We had to talk about it today. We had to talk about, I'm coming back from a relapse and it hadn't been easy. But is that your fault? No. I don't want you to feel like I'm trying to say, oh, poor me, and I can't do anything about it, Angie, so why are you telling me? It's not that. It's just, I want you to know that whatever you're going through, be strong. Say in your mind, I can do this. I'm going to do this. And do it. Don't ever give up, no matter what it looks like. And with that being said, neighbor, like, share, subscribe, comment, ring that bell, so I'll know that you're coming over. And I've needed you to come over. And boy, have you come over to visit. Left little messages about we're praying for you. You've commented on my videos. You've sent me text messages, messenger messages, emails, everything. I've been getting stuff in the cards in the mail. And I appreciate it all. And I thank you. And I love each and every one of you. And there's nothing you can do about it. But anyway, neighbor, bye.